You're ready to leave the United States and move to the Dominican Republic. Well, today I'm going to share with you the top places to live in the Dominican Republic, and I'm going to customize it to you specifically. Let's dive in. All right, so here are the rules. I segmented out 8 different lifestyles, and for each of those different lifestyles, I'm going to give you the best places to live. Now, the rules I'm using to choose the best place to live in each of these lifestyles is 1, that they have the best amenities for that lifestyle. That bus gonna hit me. Kidding. 2, that they are safe, gated communities, those options. And 3, that they are at least reasonably developed. So we're kicking out the least developed places in the country, and I'm thinking about the American or Canadian moving down here and what they would want. What I'm not considering here is price. Mostly. I'm sure it'll come up as we go through, but it ain't about budget on this video. This is about lifestyle. Here are the 8 lifestyles I'm going to segment for you. First is single and young. Let's call that under 50. Second is single and retired. Third, married without kids. Fourth, married and retired. Fifth is a family with kids. That's me. My sons are 10 and 7, and we're a young family. Well, they're all young. I'm getting older. Sixth is a digital nomad. Seventh, I'm going to list it. Seventh, I'm going to list it for you could do so, you could. Okay, high net worth people. Number 7 is high net worth people. And 8th is gonna be minimalists, off the grid, all y'all. All right, so let's talk about you single young people. This guy gonna get in? What's he doing? What's he doing back there? What are you doing? Cadillac, don't hit me. Don't hit me. All right. All right, so for you, this is like social, nightlife, beach access, restaurants, and walkable. So here are my top 3 for you single young folk out there. Third spot, Cortecito, Punta Cana. Call it Corrales Cortecito. This is an area to the north of the Punta Cana region, and it is hopping. Tons of restaurants, tons of things to do. Nothing starts until 9:30 at night. It's perfect for you single young people out there. Grab a condo, probably spend in the $800 to $1,200 a month range to rent something, and do your thing. Don't be sus. No cap. Whatever you say, single young people. That's number 3. Number 2 would be Cabarete. Going up to the North Shore here, just outside of Puerto Plata, next to Sosua. Cabarete's got a little bit of everything. You'll hear it quite a bit today as I go through these different lifestyles. But if I'm single and young, I'm going to spend some time in a place where there's some life and energy and all of that, I'm probably going to look at Cabarete. But number 1 to me is simple. I would go, if I were single and young, right to Santo Domingo. You're single and young, you might want to meet somebody, right? Get married, settle down, have kids, do all that stuff. To me, that lifestyle in the city, especially if you're in the middle of it, like Gascue, Bella Vista, Piantini, Naco, like that area, there's a lot of lively stuff going on. There's educated folks, a lot of expats, tons to do, great restaurant scene, tons of nightlife. It's an easy play for me. Single and young, I'm going to Santo Domingo number 1. All right, let's say now I go the other way. I'm single, old, and retired. Or just retired, I guess, but we're gonna go with old and retired. So we're going with like peaceful, low stress, access to amenities, close enough to medical care, and reasonably affordable, I suppose. Like I said, not the number 1 thing, but we'll include it. Number 3 for me is Juandolio. This is a community just outside of Santo Domingo, so you get out of the hustle and bustle that the single person would want, and you go to a community like Juandolio that's growing. It's still small, intimate, but you have access to all of the amenities of the city without being in it. Right on the beach, plenty to do for somebody who's single and retired and is quiet enough with a nice community there. Number 2 for me will be Puerto Plata, the city, Puerto Plata, not the whole province. Cabarete is in that same province, but Puerto Plata, the city, again, if I'm looking at being close enough to medical care, it being quiet enough with great local amenities, reasonably affordable, that will be my number 2 choice. But number 1, Cap Cana. Cap Cana is in the Punta Cana area. It's close enough to medical care, although it is a little further than it should be from the major hospitals in the area, but it's very quiet, very safe. You can afford to buy there still. There's plenty of opportunity to buy there still. Its issue, it might get a little too quiet, so you got to get out of Cap Cana and go see some other things. But again, if I'm single and retired, Cap Cana comes right to my head as a spot that I would like to go to. All right, next up, I'm going to talk to you folks that are married without kids. And again, I put myself in this scenario. If I were married, no kids, where would I live? Some of the priorities for me here would be comfort, local amenities, access to a beach would be great, and plenty of restaurant options. If I'm married, no kids, I'm going out a lot. Coming in at number 3 for this category, Las Terrenas. Up in the Samana Peninsula, Las Terrenas is a bustling little town up there. For a married couple who doesn't need all the frills and amenities, but still wants that cool beach life with plenty of expats to network with, Las Terrenas is absolutely the spot. Tons to do, great restaurants. Check out Mosquito up there. Amazing restaurant. Don't get bit by one. Eat at one. Don't eat one, eat at it. And yeah, but Las Terrenas for me is a great spot. The next level up, if I'm married, no kids, is going to be Cabarete. It's back on the list. Great North Shore town, close enough to what you need in a city like Puerto Plata. Incredible expat community there. There's so many people that live there seasonally or throughout the year that are doing amazing things around the world. It's got a great community, so you should check that out. And number 1, I actually talked to my wife about this because I was struggling. It would be a little less beach, but married, no kids, I'm probably living in Santo Domingo. Again, the traffic, everything, I know it's crazy, but I'm finding a spot in like a Piantini where I can just post up, walk to everything, get things delivered to me by a moto if I don't want to go out and get stuck in traffic. I'm going to meet other young couples and go hang out, enjoy the nightlife and the scenery and all the things that there is there. Plus, it's a great blasting off point. It's 2 hours from Cabarete. It's 2 hours from, well, maybe 3. 2 hours from Las Terrenas, 2 hours from Punta Cana. Without kids, I'm all about Santo Domingo. I think it's a great spot. All right, next up is married but retired. So again, old people. Can you hear me? Old people. Hear me? Again, healthcare access is a key piece here. Good access to other people, community, and along with tranquility, tranquilo, nice and chill. I'm sending you back to Puerto Plata if this is you. Again, access to medical, it's in a town, it's chill enough. If you're a retired single or retired couple, that's my number 3 spot. Next up would be Santo Domingo for the same reasons. You're in the city, you're close to amenities, you got everything you need at your fingertips. I think it's important to have that. However, I'm sending you, married couple, no kids, to Punta Cana Resort. You can do Cap Cana as well. It's going to be more affordable than Punta Cana Resorts. Punta Cana Resort, if you're a married couple, you might have a little bit more disposable income. You can afford something a little bit more expensive, even though I know I said this isn't a consideration, cost of living, but still, if I'm a married couple, I'm in Punta Cana Resorts. I'm looking for a home there, maybe a condo if I can find one. I'm really close to everything. I'm in a really cool, secure community. I've got access to golf. I've got access to tennis, even though golf is the dumbest damn sport on the planet. You still have access to it. That would be my top spot for a retired couple, no kids. Obviously, you're not, retired couple, married. Moving down to the Dominican Republic. All right, I gotta run in and get a cake, and then I'll give you the other 4 categories and the top 3 in each, so stick with me. I gotta go pick up the cake later now. It wasn't ready. But it's a perfect time for me to say to you, 57% of you are not subscribed to this channel. Are you crazy? You gotta. I just spit all over myself. You gotta subscribe by just clicking the little subscribe button thing down below. That's the button down below. And you know what'll happen? You'll be subscribed. And I'll be happier and I'll keep doing stuff and dancing out here for you. Hit the notification bell too, because I release a bunch of videos. I'm getting up to like 3-4 a week. And every one of them is epic. So says I. But all right, we're on to the 5th lifestyle group, which is going to be families with kids. So the priorities obviously become here: school, safety, community, access to things like parks and recreational things, all of that. And my number 3 spot, if you followed me for a while, you may be surprised to hear this, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it until this guy hits me. He didn't. Santiago. If you've been following my story, I've lived here for a few years. I've said Santiago is not a place I would want to live. Now, that doesn't mean it's a bad place. It's just a vibe thing, Like, you ever go somewhere and you're like, yeah, it's nice, it's clean, it's safe, it's got everything. I'm just, doesn't feel like home to me. And for some reason, I can't picture myself living there. But Santiago is a growing, designer, beautiful city. And if I had to choose a city for my kids to live in, it wouldn't be Santo Domingo. It would be Santiago. So easily this comes in at number 3. Great schools, incredible medical facilities, clean city. It's not anywhere near as busy. It's busy enough, but not as busy as Santo Domingo. It's close enough to things like Puerto Plata. And honestly, right now, the amount of infrastructure being built there, the industry and manufacturing that's moving in there, it's next level. So Santiago, my easy number 3 for this. At number 2, I'm going back up to the North Shore and I'm gonna hit up Cabarete again. This could be Cabarete, Puerto Plata, Sosua, like that. kind of corridor. It's probably like a 30-minute corridor between the three to get between them. But there's international schools there. There's plenty of amenities. It's a great environment. It's very chill. So if you're more of a laid-back beach type with your family and you want that more that natural, like go kite surfing in the morning sort of vibe, definitely Cabarete would be my spot. Number 2 with my family. In fact, if I didn't live where I lived, that would be where I would go next. And number 1 is stupid simple. It's obvious. For all of the things I mentioned, it's right here where I live in Punta Cana. And look, because I live here, I have a little bit more insight on where to live, so I'll give you kind of a listing by cost. There I go doing what I said I wouldn't do again, but let's get into it. If I were a family looking to spend less, I would look at places like White Pines and Ciudad La Palma. If I wanted to go a step up to like more middle, or even you can really get a nice range in these communities, I would look at a place like Vista Cana, Ciudad Las Canas, outside of Cap Cana, and maybe Costa Cana, although that's probably between the lower cost and the middle cost. And if I want to go a little higher, I would look at like Las Iguanas inside of Cap Cana. I would look at Cocotal, but the granddaddy of them all, it's very, very easy for me, is Punta Cana Village. I'll run some B-roll so you could see it. It is built for families with kids, period. There are kids running around all the time. There's sports, activities, camps, everything inside of it. It is the most mature community for kids. Cocotal is another community that's very mature, but it's built for golfers and then also kids. Punta Cana Village is built for kids. In the entire country, there's not a better location for somebody like you moving down here with your family than Punta Cana Village. And overall, generally speaking, Punta Cana is going to be your best spot for multiple school options, tons of stuff to do for kids. And while, yes, it's a tourist hub, it is equally a family community. There are over 7 international schools. That's weird to say over 7. Why not 8? But there's 7 at least that I could think of. International schools, bilingual, that are accredited in the United States in Punta Cana. You don't have all of that if there's not the families to support it. It's become a destination. Trust me on that. Number 1 for families is easily Punta Cana. Okay, let's say you don't align around like single, family, kids, no kids, or whatever. You align more around lifestyle, true lifestyle. The next 3 categories speak to you. The first, digital nomads. So here we're talking about reliable Wi-Fi, co-working spaces, cafes, flexible living, the whole 9, and I've got an easy top 3. I mentioned it before, Cabarete's got a great digital nomad scene. It's kind of built for it. You can drop into a place like Vagamundo to get waffles and then go over to the Belgian cafe to get some other pastries if you want a whole bunch of sweets all day, I guess. Beachfront restaurants where you can just pop in and jump into the Wi-Fi, and then there's plenty of places to live that are inexpensive, walkable to the beach, and you can live an incredible digital nomad lifestyle. Number 2 would be anywhere in Punta Cana. In particular, I'd probably look at Punta Cana Village, Cap Cana, because you're going to have by far the most stable, developed, everything that you want right here in those 2 spots. But even beyond it, if you get into Cortecito, Corrales, they're amazing for digital nomads. And there's, again, up in that area, especially Cortecito, Corrales is a great, it's like Cabarete in Punta Cana. So you kind of get the best of both worlds. But if I'm a digital nomad and that's my number 1 priority, I'm going to Santo Domingo. You're just going to have a much bigger plethora of options that you can use for Wi-Fi, for co-working space, and all of that. And again, it's a city of millions and millions of people. Many who watch this associate it with like the crime and poverty, but that's in certain areas. The center of the city, multiple neighborhoods generally, are built for people like digital nomads. It's higher net worth, higher income local Dominicans or expats that live there. And when I say expats, most of them are repatriated Dominicans. But that, for me, if I'm a digital nomad, that's my number 1 priority. The city, Santo Domingo, would be my spot. All right, down to the last 2 categories. The next one is going to be luxury, high net worth, high income folks. So these areas are going to be luxury, privacy, exclusivity, potential for appreciation. I'm going to give you 3. But at the end of this video, I'm going to give you 1 spot that you haven't thought of that covers this category and then some, a true hidden gem of hidden gems. Wait till you see that. So for high net worth luxury folks, number 3 is Casa de Campo. A lot of people would put this at number 1. My problem with Casa de Campo is it's yesterday's spot. And it's also in an area of the country that's not really accessible to much. It's not the best anymore, but it's still in the top 3.
Yo.
I was recording. Always interrupting me. Number 2 would be Cap Cana. I would jump in there next. Hold on, she's getting in again. What are you doing?
I'm trying to get my stuff ready. My mom has landed.
Oh, her mom landed. Number 2 is Cap Cana. Cap Cana is fully gated, very secure, lots of neighborhoods being built. It's a little haphazard right now. And I've talked about how right now they don't have that community yet in Cap Cana, but I believe in the project. It's the future. There are plenty of luxury options inside of Cap Cana. Number 1 though is simple. It's the Casa de Campo, of today and beyond. It's the place the celebrities haven't even figured out yet, although many of them are coming there right now, and that's Punta Cana Resorts. This is the premier because of a few things. One, it's newer, it's more modern. Two, it's in the Punta Cana area, which is getting so much built around it. Cultural centers and Zona Franca, which is a duty-free trade industrial park. The airport is the biggest in the country. Coral reef restorations. The beaches are insane. It's Punta Cana, for God's sake. So Punta Cana Resort, if you're a high net worth luxury buyer, just dropping stuff here, then yes, Punta Cana Resorts are for you. And listen, if you are somebody on the higher end, or anybody for that matter, that is looking for a realtor, down in the caption below, down in the description of the video, there's a link to get a realtor. I've got one in particular that specializes in high net worth buyers. So if you choose $1 million plus as your purchase price, I'm going to connect you to somebody specific that's going to be able to help you. All right, finally, we're going to go to the exact opposite end. There's many people that want to move here to become minimalists, and I've got 3 spots for you. The priorities for this are eco-living, lower cost, a rural or nature-based lifestyle, and let's dive in. Number 3, again, on the list is Cabarete. This place really does have it all because of its access to Puerto Plata, but it's still this little isolated beach town. So if I'm going to be minimalist, that's the spot I'm going to go to. Number 2 would be a town called Jarabacoa. It's a mountain town right in the middle of the country. Beautiful, plenty of stuff to do, bustling and thriving for sure, but still lower cost and a great spot if you're a minimalist. And number 1 is really anything Samaná, specifically Las Terrenas and maybe even better Las Galeras. Those 2 cities in the Samaná Peninsula are excellent for minimalists. Plenty of amenities for you there, but very inexpensive by comparison, especially Las Galeras. Las Terrenas is getting a bit more expensive, so maybe I would lean more toward Las Galeras. Now, there is one town that I would say is a hidden gem, a place where you need to consider investing in now for the future because it's going to pop off. They're building luxury hotels there right now, all-inclusive resorts. They have some amazing beaches, and there's even talk of an airport. But before I reveal that, I want to tell you about today's sponsor. BM Cargo is the top courier service in the entire Dominican Republic. Everything that we ship in from Amazon or otherwise, every item goes to Miami and then is shipped right down to me within a couple of days. And I'm able to pick it up and track it all through their app. Their prices are reasonable, their service is excellent, and I get everything I need from them whenever I need it. In fact, they even have in the Punta Cana area a co-working space and a cafe that you can use to get some stuff done. Hey, you digital nomads, that's why I put this on the list. Check out the BM Cargo Cafe and use their co-working space, and all your shipments and all your everything else that you need done logistically, they can handle as well. Go to bmcargo.com and check them out. And now let me tell you the secret spot. Listen, there was a point in time where if you were to buy land in Punta Cana, today you would be very happy. It would have been super cheap, and with all the development happening around it, you would have done very well if you bought then. Well, today that opportunity exists still in a town called Miches. This is about an hour and a half north of Punta Cana, up and around just south of the Samaná Peninsula. And right now being developed is a Four Seasons, a Secrets, a Dreams, a Hilton, and much, much more. And with those developments is going to come golf courses, luxury hotels, luxury restaurants, all these different things. And I'm currently working with the developer on a land project where you could buy lots for $20,000. Still not done, still not ready, but many people are interested. And if you click the link below for Miches, you can get on the wait list, and I'll send you information just as soon as this land is closed and my attorneys have done due diligence. I'll be investing there as well. I've been teasing it for a while. Things in DR take a while, so I'm sorry if you've been watching me and you've heard me talk about this for a bit, but I'm very confident that it's coming. And if you want more insights on this or anything, right at the top of the description box, join my DR Inner Circle, private Facebook group, discussions weekly on real estate investing and moving here, and I give you the real inside scoop. Stuff I can't share with you here on YouTube because of being blocked or something or whatever. The real stuff happens in there. Plus you get to build community. I've got discounts to restaurants coming. It's epic. For $9 a month, that's one latte every month that you don't get in exchange. You get a month's worth of content with yours truly. So check that out along with this video, which will show you what it looks like living in Punta Cana. I did a whole tour of it. Enjoy that, and I'll see you on the next one.